Nicola Sturgeon has resigned as Scotland's First Minister. She says her decision comes after a long-term assessment, but maintains that she will remain in office until her successor is elected. This surprise decision has forced the Scottish National Party into turmoil, as it has triggered the party's first leadership contest in nearly 20 years.
In my head and in my heart, I know that time is now. That it is right for me, for my party and for the country. And so today I am announcing my intention to step down as First Minister and leader of my party. I have asked the National Secretary of the SNP to begin the process of electing a new party leader, and I will remain in office until my successor is elected.
Sturgeon has been the First Minister since November of 2014. That's more than 8 years in the role. This also makes her the country's longest-serving First Minister. She guided her party through a series of resounding electoral victories. Sturgeon also managed to avoid the COVID-19 mistakes made by politicians in Westminster. But in recent months, her political career witnessed a few bumps. The first when UK Supreme Court blocked her move of seeking new independence referendum, and a row over the transgender rights that angered even some of her own supporters. But according to political analysis, Nicola Sturgeon will be remembered as one of the most dynamic politicians of her generation. She devoted her life to the idea of an independent Scotland, and she believes a new leader would be better to lead the movement. However, the fact is she is leaving with no obvious success in place. Now, according to UK's top pollster, the News SNP leader may struggle to unite the party under an independent strategy.
There is no obvious successor. There is no obvious person who has the charisma of Nicola Sturgeon and Alex Salmond, who might be able to do the job and to push support for independence up. But that's the task that will face them. And the risk, undoubtedly, is that the party can't find somebody who can provide it with the kind of leadership that both Mr. Salmond and Ms. Sturgeon have provided it with.
Politicians across the political board reacted to Nicola Sturgeon's resignation announcement. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak thanked her for her service and vowed to continue to work with the Scottish Government.
Well, I've consistently said that I think what people in Scotland want to see is their two governments, the Scottish Government and the UK Government, working constructively together on the priorities that really matter to people. And that's about reducing inflation, increasing our energy security, driving growth and creating jobs across the United Kingdom. That's what people's priorities are, and that's what I will continue to do and work on with whoever the new First Minister is.
Now, for more on this, we were earlier joined by Corey Brown-Swan, a lecturer, comparative politics, the Queen's University, Belfast. Listen in.
I think this came as a surprise to most people. We started hearing rumblings early yesterday morning that the First Minister would have a press conference in Bute House, and that was significant because it suggested that this announcement pertained either individually to Nicola Sturgeon or to her government. An hour later, we heard rumours that she was stepping down as First Minister, which is not entirely unexpected, but it's a much sooner than we might have expected. She told BBC's Laura Kuenssberg 3 weeks ago that she had plenty left in the tank and intended to stay on for longer. So I think we had expected some sort of transition, perhaps after a UK general election or perhaps after the next Holyrood elections, but certainly nothing on this timescale.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.